steroids. No. Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Jada, aka Just Live Sis on Instagram, and this is my first YouTube video. So I asked Instagram to send me some questions for me to answer. The reason for that is because I want to talk more about nutrition. I want to talk about what I do for my workouts, talk more about myself. I did face a lot of challenges, so I feel like this is my way of telling you how to avoid that and avoid the same mistakes I made, because I realized fitness is way more than 10-second reels on Instagram. But yeah, that is basically it, so I guess I'll get into the questions. Okay, so the first question is, what supplements do you recommend for beginners? So I guess what I recommend, this ultimately goes down to what is your goal. So if you're trying to lose weight versus if you're trying to gain muscle, I do recommend completely different things. But if you are trying to, have a mix of both, what I recommend is vitamin B12, iron. There is this supplement by Redcon 1 that I really like. I think it's called Double Tap. So with Double Tap, it's kind of like OxyShred. It makes you sweat a little bit more. Heart rate gets going, so you have that extra push when you are working out. I do recommend creatine, protein powder, because protein powder is technically a supplement. But yeah, the proteins I would recommend though is Redcon 1, MRE Light, and then also boba tea protein. Because if you like boba, I'm telling you, this is no sugar, 25 grams of protein per serving. Boba tea protein has all you can need. There's matcha tea, matcha tea, they have milk tea, taro, you name it. They probably have your favorite boba flavor. So I know I'm being biased because I'm affiliates of them and Redcon 1, but I also do recommend Redcon 1 because they always have like 50% off site-wide sales. Like I think there is one right now. Yeah, so like keep on the lookout for those deals, because a tub of protein can be like what, 30 bucks with the 50% off, 25, 30 bucks, which is a steal. Yeah, just sign up for the texts and emails so you could be notified. All right, the next question is, how do I boost my metabolism? So me personally, I have struggled with metabolism because I thought only eating once a day or eating less would make me lose weight. But no, that's not the issue. It was because I had a slow ass metabolism because I was only eating once a day, and probably because I wasn't training as hard as I thought I was. Here's how to boost your metabolism. You don't necessarily have to eat more in calories. You have to eat more in volume and the amount of times you do eat. But also, we have to understand what is metabolism. So what is the definition of metabolism? Metabolism is your body converting food into energy. This is important to eat multiple times a day though, is because if you're only telling your body to convert food into energy once a day, it's going to get slow. It's like saying you want to work out, but you're only going to work out once a week. That doesn't make sense. You have to work out every day, or at least 5 times a week for you to show results. Same thing with metabolism. Not only that, pairing this with a high protein diet does help because it takes your body more energy to digest protein than it does carbs and fats. And then also training consistently does help boost your metabolism because your body's like, oh shit, this is different, this is new, we need to find a way to produce more energy because she's working out, he or she is working out more than they usually do. So that is how you boost metabolism, and that's how I did. Like I dropped 20 pounds in 4 months because of that. When I went from eating once a day, probably less than 1,000 calories or less than 2,000 calories, versus eating 2,000 calories and 5 different times throughout the day. So there is how you boost your metabolism. All right, so the next question is, how do I start eating healthy? Girl, do I have a tip for you. You guys might not have known this, but you could have used this to your advantage a long time ago. So, AI is new. ChatGPT, or your AI on Snapchat, I think it's like my AI. Ask it to make you a week meal plan with certain macros and protein or fats and carbs if you want to be that specific, because it will. I think I asked it to make me a breakfast, lunch, and dinner meal plan for the entire week, with each being under 400 or like 600 calories and 40 grams of protein each. And it did. Yeah, so it gave me a list of things to make, and not only that, I asked it to give me a grocery store list so I could buy all these ingredients and not stress about like what's in it or what I have to do. for all my culture people, or people who want a little bit more flavor because they're tired of chicken breast and rice, you could ask this to make you a specific version of it. For example, I think I typed in, can you make me a Korean styled like meal plan? And it fucking did, with the grocery store list. So yes, this is a tip for you guys, especially if you don't know where to start. Ask advanced technology what you should do, because it will help you. Okay, so this next question, it is kind of deep. It is, how do you handle depression on a day-to-day basis? So me personally, I've never been diagnosed with depression, but you know, if you go to the gym, you've probably been sad. Being sad, having depression, going through a breakup is the villain arc of all gym goers. For example, Sam Sulik, what do you think happened to his ass? So my advice is go find a hobby, go to the gym, go get a fat ass, go get lean, make your ex jealous, do whatever you need. You know, I'm exerting all this sadness and anger and turning it into something good for myself. But I guess other advice is don't necessarily look at depression as a bad thing, because depression is something I look at as something with two sides. So there's the bad side. There's also a side of, you know, a realm of self-reflection that not a lot of people can say they have achieved. With this, you've thought about everything. You're the most in touch with yourself than you ever have been. You know exactly what makes you happy. You know exactly what makes you sad. Same with a lot of other things. So let's say you have anxiety. With anxiety, the flip side of anxiety is there's probably a lot of creative thinking. Not only that, you're probably a very considerate and nice person. But yeah, you don't have to look at depression as something you have to get rid of. Just something that you could, you know, better manage and use to make yourself better. Alright, so one of the most frequently asked questions is, are you on steroids? No. No, of course I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not on steroids, guys. I'm not on steroids as much as I would love to. Just kidding. I'm not, because I have no reason to. I don't bodybuild or anything. I do powerlifting, but I did powerlift in a drug tested federation, USAPL, and I'm in the military, which gets drug tested every so often. Not only that, I have a mid-fucking physique, guys. I don't know where this came from. Like, why is this the most asked question? Alright, the next question is, when did you join the military and what is your MOS? So, I joined the military around 7 years ago. It's going to be 7 years in April. I did deploy overseas in the Middle East during the COVID era for about like 11 months, I believe. But yeah, I'm currently still enlisted. I'm actually working full-time National Guard. I used to be a recruiter last year, so I was recruiting people. If you want to join, let me know. Also, right now, I do marketing for recruiting. As for my MOS, for my non-military people who don't know what that is, your MOS is your military occupation specialty. So this is the job that you join as or choose when you enlist. So my MOS is a 74 Delta CBRN specialist. The CBRN stands for Chemical, Biological, Radiological, and Nuclear Specialist. Yeah, I know it's a lot. It sounds like a lot. But it just means like I'm a nerd, basically. Nothing special. Next question is, what is your favorite thing about yourself? I don't really know, because I guess this is something I do and don't like about myself. It's the fact that I don't get bothered easily, because I feel like I'm less stressed. I'm not stressed at all, usually. I don't act upon anger. I feel like I'm very level-headed because of this. But I guess this can be a bad thing though, because I feel like I might also be taken advantage of, or, you know, being walked over, especially if I don't care as much. Alright, next question. What are your tattoo plans in the future? Great question, because I don't know myself. If you guys don't know, I do have a sleeve, and then I have my back as well. I'll insert a photo here somewhere. But I do kind of want something on my right hip area where it connects to the bottom of my back. I don't know what I would get though. So if you guys want to give me suggestions, I think I do want to still keep the Japanese traditional theme. I just don't know like what possibly I could add. Alright, so this next question is by my girl Eleni. She said, when the fuck are you getting on a wellness stage? And when are you gonna let me prep you for it? So, my friend Eleni, she's absolutely insane. I think I have to look her up on Instagram right now because I don't know bodybuilding like that, so I have to read from her bio. It says IFBB WPD Pro, and she has her pro card, which is insane. For women's physique, I think she has a double pro card actually. But let me show you a picture of her. Can you see? You want me to compete when you look like that, Eleni? Shut the fuck up. I'm for real. Shut the fuck up, Eleni. I'm just kidding, but I don't really have a desire or a passion to pursue bodybuilding because, you know, my goal in life is just to get a fat ass and to be strong, maybe, but I don't know. If I do decide to do bodybuilding, I definitely am going to hit her up though. Next question is, who hurt you? Who didn't? Just kidding. I don't know. I was in one a few years ago, but the second I landed foot overseas on deployment, my ass was cheated on. Yeah, I was cheated on, for real. But I guess that's nothing new for us military members, especially on deployments. I have an idea of someone in our head which causes these false expectations, which in return hurts us. I definitely am not the same person I was maybe a year ago. A huge part of being hurt did contribute in my fitness journey, so I thank you all for your contribution. Alright, another frequently asked question is, are you single? I am no longer a city girl. I am taken off the streets. He's very level-headed, very easygoing. We get along so well. I feel like we could just be doing nothing and still have so much fun. And I wasn't really happy in Illinois. I wanted to do something, start my own business. And he's like, fuck it, I'm quitting my job too, and I'm starting my own business. So I would not be doing any of this without him. And I know if he's watching this, he's probably giggling, kicking his feet up in the air right now. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, this is also the part where I lose a lot of followers and everyone stops watching, and out of the 12 subscribers that I have, 10 of them just unsubscribed to me. No, don't leave though. Don't leave, stay. But yeah, that is it guys. I tried to get through all of the questions, but I just answered the most asked questions. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Also, let me know what you guys want to see next.